counties going until 9 p.m. A confirmed destructive and large tornado now coming through this region. We'll take a look at the velocity data. Very strong signature now showing up here in the velocity data that has just passed through the town of Rolling Fork. We fear that there's going to be significant damage. A town of about 2,000 people in the Delta in Mississippi. This is now moving northeast rapidly, 55 miles per hour on that trajectory, coming towards Silver City. It's got a lot of farmland that's going to be going through initially, but then coming towards midnight here, about 8:33. Silver City at 8:38. Belzoni at about 8:43. And we want to take a look at Rolling Fork right now and see what's going on here. And we are looking at, unfortunately, some significant damage in this area. You know, Alex, you know, as we were watching this go through, we saw that there was a very strong velocity signature moving into Rolling Fork. And the moment that it came into Rolling Fork, we then saw a very strong debris signature. And knowing that there's not a lot out there, there's a lot of farmland, and it came right into that town that was almost certainly largely structural debris that we were seeing there. So, you know, I fear that, you know, this is really a tragedy that has occurred here in Rolling Fork.
Yeah, and, you know, this is fresh, live, we're looking at it right now. I mean, clearly, you can kind of pick out just a bit there, kind of on the right side of the screen. It's tough. It almost looks like there might be a vehicle that may be on its side. It's tough to tell there, with all sorts of other debris as well. That's on the right side. You can clearly see some flashing sort of emergency lights there on the left as well. So clearly a storm has moved through that has caused some significant damage here. We'll no doubt get a better vantage of view of the damage when we get into the light of tomorrow morning. But for now, this is what we have. Again, this thing just moved on through again within the last 10-15 minutes. And we witnessed it here on the radar. It was as clear as day. First with the rotation, and then we saw the debris signature. It was pretty evident that this was going to be a situation that we saw some damage. And unfortunately, this storm, it's not finished. It continues to roll on and continues to be a very strong storm as it's moving its way towards the north and the east. General speed is around 50 miles per hour. But this is what it has left behind in a part of Rolling Fork. They're right in the middle of your screen. Looks like a vehicle, again, that has been flipped on its side. And you've got other debris there showing up there on the right side as well. So there's certain damage there. And I imagine there's probably going to be more that we unfortunately have to deal with there in and around Rolling Fork, but also some other areas down the road as this storm continues to show the rotation on the radar, and the tornado emergency that continues to remain in effect out there for us as well. That's there. And in Mississippi, as we had a large tornado roll right, unfortunately, through Rolling Fork, Mississippi right now. You can see folks are kind of gathered around there. It looks like a car, they're kind of getting themselves out of there. It's tough to tell. I mean, maybe someone could be potentially injured there as they're trying to get them out to a safer area. But it clearly was a bad situation that we're seeing right now. Not exactly sure where we are in Rolling Fork, but this is in Rolling Fork, an area that was hit by this tornado. Again, it was witnessed here by storm trackers, witnessing it, saying it was a large and wedge-shaped tornado, 1 mile wide, was actually said at one point. So a dangerous storm, leaving some of the damage. You see some of the police vehicles there and those lights that continue to flash there at this point. And we'll get a better vantage point and a view of the damage, of course, when we get some of the light of the day. But right now, it's the dark just happening. Folks just kind of scrambling around. Looks like a gentleman there with their pet. It looks like their cat. God, you feel for the folks here who are dealing with this damage right now. Carl, this will continue to be a big story here for us because this storm is not done. This is a storm that continues to roll on, and all the ingredients are there. There really doesn't seem to be much that would be in the way to keep this thing from continue to kind of cycle up and cycle down.
Yeah, we're still seeing a very strong signature in the velocity data right now. We just got a new update from the National Weather Service. Tornado emergency for midnight in Silver City. If you are in midnight or Silver City, you need to get to your safe place right now because you've got a large tornado, confirmed large destructive tornado, 7 miles southwest of midnight, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. And so we've got it coming into midnight here, probably about the bottom of the hour. So coming up in around 6 to 7 minutes. This is not giving you a lot of time. Moving into Silver City at 8:38 tonight, Belzoni 8:42, and Famosa after that, about 8:50 or so. Again, we are still seeing very strong circulation showing up in the radar data. Let's take a look and see if there's any debris. We've still got a debris signature showing up here. So that right there, that tells us that we've got an ongoing tornado. That's the town that was just hit. That right there, that is the debris that is associated with the tornado. That is structural and or tree debris showing up here, and that is coming towards Silver City. You've got just a few moments here, midnight in just a few minutes, and Silver City a few minutes behind that. Please get to your safe place right now. We'll have more of this coming up.